I hope everybody's doing good today. Thank you guys so much for checking in with your girl. I'm trying to do better with this live thing so we can get some more views and stuff like that. So today, you guys, I'm just over here cooking Princess some food for the week. As you can see, her little butt is laying there waiting for her food. She waiting for her food. She like, okay, I seen y'all ate, which of course I always share little stuff with Princess. But hey, she like, okay, I need some food. I need some food. So I'm getting ready to make her meal for the week, which is, she got some ground chicken here in this skillet. Ground chicken. And I got a pot here in the back that I'm getting ready to put some vegetables in. Where you go? Ain't nothing about to fall on you, girl. So I'm trying to see. Okay, I'm definitely going to give her, I opened this upside down, but this is peas and carrots. That's something that always goes in her meal. So I boil these in some water, y'all. Trey is here. He downstairs working on some music. So I just figured I would come on and go live while I'm making Princess some food. Okay, I think I'm going to give her, I don't know if I want to give her green beans or spinach. Maybe I'll give her some green beans this time. But you want green beans or you want spinach? I hate that they had these fine green beans, like the skinny green beans. I usually just get the regular green beans. But these are these long, you know. I have to break them up anyway because she can't eat all of that. I didn't tell my husband I was going live. So I need to make sure I tell him. So he knows what's going on. Next week she'll eat some spinach. Then we got some sweet potatoes, some frozen sweet potatoes. I just put all these together in a pot, turn it on, and let it cook until everything gets soft. Alright, that's good. Y'all, I put all Princess's stuff in a Ziploc bag so I don't have to be digging in the freezer trying to get her stuff. It's all together. Then I also got some rice that I boiled a couple weeks ago. Girl, ain't nothing about to fall on you. She be scared of the freezer because sometimes stuff fall out, so she take off. And then I'm just going to take some of this rice. Not all of it. Some of it. Unthawed and put it in her food. And then, of course, I have a scrambled egg. I'm going to scramble an egg for her food as well. So, hold on, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm back. I told Trey I'm live. Gotta get my phone so I can be able to check the comments. I'm about to say, did I go to the right place? Dang, y'all. It's funny because I'm losing subscribers. I lost 2 subscribers since yesterday. I lost one yesterday and one today. I don't know what's going on. But I hope everybody's doing well on this great Sunday morning. God is good. I didn't go to church today. I got my comfortable clothes on because I pretty much stayed home and watched church on TV today. I watched 2 different church services today. 2 churches that I like, that I visited in person. And so I just stayed home and watched. Received the word and enjoyed some praise and worship and stuff online. So that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. Let that start cooking. But yeah, you guys, so if you missed yesterday's live, I basically came on and I was expressing what happened when I got excommunicated, when me and my husband got excommunicated from the church that we were going to for 7 years. And I'm not really going to go all into it today because I want you to go back and watch the video. You know, if you've experienced any church hurt or you know somebody who's experienced church hurt, then I think it would be cool to watch that video. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Bear with me. you down here barking at? Okay, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Hey, hey, hey. So, this is what I was talking about, y'all. My video that I did yesterday, I was talking about, you know, the church that I was at for 7 years, and you know, I left the church, and then, you know, I ended up getting excommunicated because, you know, when I left the church, I was still able to talk to everybody. My husband and I were still considered family, but then something happened that made the pastor upset, and I got excommunicated from the church, meaning nobody could talk to me anymore. All my friends left me. None of them want to talk to me or communicate with me anymore. So, but it's a real interesting story. It sucks, but you know, maybe somebody has experienced this before, or maybe, you know, people don't know what church hurt is, and you know, maybe you might want to know, well, what is that? You know, you can watch that video and find out some stuff about church hurt, or you know, being humiliated at church, at a church or in your ministry. Like, it's a terrible thing. So but I expressed my story yesterday on live, and I have to say I feel so much better. Like, you over there laying by your bowl, huh? She acting like she hungry, like she ain't had nothing to eat in 2 days. This girl funny. She is laying by her bowl. Look, y'all. I'm making her food right now for anybody that's just coming on. Look at this child. Girl, if you don't get your whole entire life. Let me pour some of this water off of here. It's really boiling on it. I don't need that much water. So yeah, like I said, I feel so much better, you guys, after doing that, because it actually happened like July the 31st is when everything went crazy at the ministry. And then now today, you know, I've been going through a healing process and trying to get my life together, trying to get my mind together, and trying to heal spiritually from, you know, how my pastor did me. And, you know, now I feel much better since I got my story out yesterday. I'm not, like, haunted by it anymore when I wake up in the morning. Like, when I woke up this morning, I just felt good, you know. Because I'm telling you, this thing was always in the back of my mind or in the front of my mind, trying to figure out what in the world is going on. Why did this happen? But this morning when I woke up, I didn't feel none of that. So I think that's just what I needed. I needed to go ahead and get that off of my heart. You know, to my family and friends who are very loving and supportive, by the way. But yes, if y'all want to know exactly what happened, please go back and watch yesterday's live. It's 2 hours long, but it's a lot that I covered. It's a lot that went on during that time. So, and I want to encourage, like, pastors, be careful how you know, how you treat your members, or shepherds. Be careful how you treat the flock, because, you know, every soul is precious and every soul matters. And, you know, you can't treat everybody the same. Everybody's different. You can't discipline everybody the same. Everybody's different. It's just like with God. When God chastises his children, or he rebukes his children in a way of teaching them, he doesn't do it the same way to everybody. God doesn't talk to all of us the same. God doesn't talk to me the same way he talks to you. He may give me dreams and, songs, and then he may give you scriptures and, you know, talk audibly or whatever. It's just however he chooses, or however he knows he can get your attention. So, it's just like, just be mindful of your congregation, and make sure you receive from God how exactly to handle situations and certain people. So, because let me tell y'all what happened to me. If I didn't have the love of God inside of me, and I already didn't have a relationship with God before I came across this ministry, I literally probably would have walked away from God. I would have walked away from church. Like the way this woman did me. If I didn't know, if I came to that church to be introduced to God, and this was the only example that I had, I would never go back to church ever again. I wouldn't believe in God no more. I'm just being honest. So that's why you got to be careful the way you treat people, because you don't want to be so harsh to people who may not understand, or is still trying to get to know God's love for themselves. And then you just, say all kind of things to them and about them, and allow people to just say what they want to say about them, and just leave them completely unprotected, unsafe. That person 5 times out of 10 will walk away from the whole body of Christ because of what happened at that church. And it's sad, because we don't want people to do that. We don't encourage people to do that. But at the same time, it's just, that's what they got out of it. The way the pastor treated me, I don't want to go to nobody's church. The way that pastor dogged me out and called me evil and and talked about me to other people in the church and all this stuff, I don't want to go back to church. That stuff is real. That's why you got to be careful how you handle God's children, and how you handle, especially babes in Christ. You got to be careful, because there are people that I know that have told me, yeah, I used to go to church, but I experienced so much at the hands of the church that I haven't experienced in the world. So I don't really want to go back to church. I'm trying to get a bowl out for Princess's food. So we got to be careful how we treat people, how we treat each other, how we treat the children of God. So yeah, I'm telling you, I know this. I know this for a fact. If I didn't already have a relationship with God before I came across this ministry, and I didn't already know God for myself, if God wasn't with me before the ministry, during the ministry, and after I left the ministry, I would turn away from God. I'm just being honest. And that's the last thing you want anybody to do. That's the last thing you want anyone to do. So when you go around abusing children of God just because you have the power to, or, whatever the case may be, you could very well lose that child, lose that person, not just you losing them to your ministry, but losing them to the body of Christ. You could lose that person. And that's how a lot of people have left the church. Because they're not about to continue to sit up there and let the pastor just do them any kind of way. I was just checking to see if anybody... Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm missing comments. Hey, we at home. Said, hey, where you guys at? My sister, hey, my sister, Nisha, love you. She said, love you. I gotta get back to work. Okay, I love you, sister. Have a wonderful, blessed day at work. That girl be working hard, y'all. What? Did you commit a crime? That's not very godly. No, it's not. I don't know if you listened to the video yesterday, but I encourage you to check it out. Yeah, churches can be very political. That's so true. And the thing about this church is, it's just, it's a supernatural ministry. So the woman of God is like, she hears from God. God uses her. God shows her things in dreams. And so the way that she handles things is the way that, she sees God telling her to do it, or the way God shows her to handle it. So it might not always be biblical, but she's just like, hey, God showed me this. God showed me this dream. He showed me putting people out, or he showed me, that there was a thief in the midst, or whatever the case may be. And then she goes with that. And then eventually it's like, oh, this is what God was trying to show me, And so at the end of the day, I turned out to be an evil person trying to destroy her ministry. And I've been a faithful, loyal, 100% 10 toes down member for 7 years. And now all of a sudden I'm trying to, girl, I don't know. But I'm thankful I have God above all. I have him for sure. And he'll never leave me nor forsake me. He'll never falsely accuse me. He'll never do anything to hurt me. And that is everything to me. So that's why we can't put our trust in man like that. And I put too much trust. And that's where I messed up. So, yeah. The church is tough. And it's hard on the pastors too, I ain't trying to say pastors are bad. No, they're not. Watch out, bro. I'm trying to get Princess an egg so I can put her a boiled egg on. I mean, not a boiled egg. I'm sorry, scrambled egg. She don't even like boiled eggs. Alright. But I do, y'all. I feel so much better. I got all of that off my chest because I've been holding that in for like 2 months. Just bottling it up, trying to figure out what I did. How did this happen to me? I left the ministry because I felt, God was calling me to leave to go where he needs me to go so I can start my ministry. All of that was fine. She was cool with that. But then all of a sudden, I was talking to one of her members, which was one of my friends in the ministry, because he was getting ready to get married. Somebody told me he was getting ready to get married. And I reached out to him and told him congratulations and all this good stuff. And then I let him know I wasn't watching the videos anymore because God led me to stop watching the videos so I could focus on where he's taking me. And at first I was watching the videos, but then God led me to stop for now. Man, once that man told that woman of God that I wasn't watching the videos no more, it was like I don't know, everything just changed. Everything that I said to her became evil. Every conversation I had was evil. Everything I told this man was the devil manipulating me to try to get him to leave the ministry. Like, how is me telling somebody that God is leading me to not watch the videos right now, and hopefully by the time you get married or by the time your wedding come, he'll be done restored me to go back to watching the videos so I can see your wedding. I don't know how that's telling somebody, you should leave the ministry, you should stop watching the videos. I don't know. It was all crazy to me. I'm sorry. I love the woman of God, but I don't know what happened right there. I really don't. And it's the kind of ministry that if she turns against somebody, the whole ministry turns against you. I don't care if you are friends with the person that's getting I don't care if you're friends with the person that is getting kicked out or excommunicated. You're going to disconnect from that person because she disconnected. And if you don't disconnect, you feel like you can put yourself in jeopardy of getting kicked out too. Or getting excommunicated too. So my close friends, I have friends that I was very close to. They turned against me, blocked me. You know, they don't want to have anything to do with me from what the apostle said, from what the pastor said. They don't want to have nothing to do with me. They don't want to answer my phone calls, which I don't call nobody, but she basically said, you know, hey, people don't want to talk to her. People don't want to have nothing to do with Cyntina. So that's the way it is right now. And it's hurtful. It is, but like I said, since I did that video yesterday, y'all, I feel like I got some of my power back. I got some of my, you know, myself back. So yeah, watch that video so you can hear the whole story. It's a whole mess. So I don't know, maybe some of the subscribers that I lost today and yesterday, they was probably people that's a part of her ministry. I don't know. Which is fine, because if I had a way to go through and remove those people from being subscribed to my channel and seeing my videos, I would have done that, because I don't want no connection to nobody. And I don't need nobody being on my videos going back to her talking about, oh, Queen Cyntina did a video and she said this and she did this and she was talking about this. And I don't want to hear that. Stay out my business. I'm out your business. But people do that. If they see something about the person that got, you know, exposed, they'll be like, yeah, Queen, guess what? I saw Cyntina did a video and she moved to Timbuktu with her husband. They'll go back and tell her. So yeah, y'all. I don't know how to go remove people from being subscribed to my channel or remove people from being able to see my stuff. Because I just feel like this. If I'm not all up in your business, nobody should be up in my business. Nobody. Wow. You smell your food, doggy? I'm almost done. But am I missing something? No, the rice is still warming up. The vegetables are still boiling. Okay. Yeah, it sucks. The thing is though, it's like it's the way the ministry is. Like I believe that when me and my friends were friends, we were genuine with each other because, you know, we shared intimate things with each other. Like my friends trusted me with their personal information that they didn't want to tell nobody because we would pray for each other. You know what I'm saying? We would try to encourage each other or give each other a word or something like that in the midst of whatever I or they are going through. And they trusted me and I trusted them. But it's just, It's the ministry. It's the ways of the ministry. Like, people are so blessed in this ministry that they don't want to risk missing out. So at the end of the day, if they have to turn on their friend to make sure that they don't lose their place, as much as they love that person, as much as they care for that person, it's like, shoot, hey, I'm not gonna choose this person over God. You know, that's the way they look at it. I'm not gonna choose this person over, you know, if God is telling me that I'm supposed to be in this ministry, I'm not going to. At the end of the day, friends don't matter when it comes to, are you going to be there for your friend, or are you going to do what God called you to do? And that's how they believe. But me, I believe in loyalty all the way around. You know, I had to tell my friends I couldn't talk to them anymore because the pastor told me she don't want me communicating with her members anymore. So I had to call each one of my friends to let them know that, hey, I won't be calling you no more, and, you know, I encourage you not to call me anymore because the pastor said she don't want me talking to her members. And it's crazy because this is how she looks at these people. These are my members. You expect my members to still be there for you? Like, I had a friend who lives here in Columbus, and she would take me and my husband. I'm sorry I'm off the camera, y'all, but I hope y'all can still hear me. I'm just mixing up Princess's food, and I don't feel like moving the camera all around. I can move it. I'm sorry. You know, turn this off before I forget. I need to make sure that, okay, it's soft. All right, we did good. But yeah, so my friends pretty much, Apostle is like, these are my members, and you feel like you're gonna still use my members. Like I was saying, this lady, I have a friend who was a real close friend of mine who lives here in Ohio, and she would take me and my husband around wherever we needed to go, because y'all know we're both legally blind. So she would give us rides, and, you know, we would help her out too with things that she needed. If we had anything that she needed, you know, we would make sure to look out for her as well. But once I got excommunicated from the ministry, it was like, you know, you can't hold on to nothing that belongs to the ministry. And in her eyes, the members in the ministry belong to her. They're her followers. So you're not gonna sit up here and think you're gonna still use my members. You left the church. You don't want to have anything else to do with the church anymore. So how do you feel like you can still call my members? They're busy. Either they're live, either they're watching my video, or we're fasting, or something's going on to where they don't really have time to cater to you. So you still expecting my members to drive you around and help you is distracting them from what they're supposed to be doing in the ministry, basically. And that's basically how she put it. And I'm looking at this like, these people are my friends. Like, they're not my, I didn't look at them as, oh, this person is my friend as long as I'm in the ministry. You know, like I explained in the video, I said, that's just like if you work for a company and you get to drive the company car because you work for that company. You're using that car to work for the company, so they give you access to the company car. But then once you leave the job, or you get fired, or you resign, you can't take that company car with you. It's got to stay. And that's how she's looking at these members, like, hey, these people belong to the ministry. And if you feel like you can leave this place and take what belongs to the ministry, then you're sadly mistaken. And I just didn't know. I didn't know it was like As long as you're a part of this ministry and you're still watching, you can have these people as your friends. Because when I first left, I still was able to have these people as my friends, right? She was okay with it, but then once she found out I wasn't watching, and I told one of her members that I wasn't watching, and I called the man, I called the member. It was one of our male friends, me and my husband's male friend. I called him while she was live, but I didn't know she was live because I wasn't watching. So she pretty much got upset at the fact that you called this man while my video was on. When he told you I was live, you didn't get off the phone with him. You just continued to talk to him, right? But he continued to talk to me as well. I'm like, we both were on the phone talking, and I was calling him to congratulate him about his wedding because I had heard that he was getting married. So, yeah, she's done that to other people who got kicked out the ministry. Well, I wasn't really talking to these people. I didn't know these people personally. It's only one person that I knew personally that got kicked out the ministry, and I got kicked out right along with her. I've been kicked out before. I was out for a couple days and then got restored back into the ministry. And I didn't tell this story on my live video yesterday, but I can share it today as to give y'all something new. Okay? So I had a friend in the ministry. Her name was Sheila, and she pretty much me and her, we became good friends. This is back, I was living in Detroit, she was living here in Ohio, so we mostly just talked on the phone, but we would, meet up with each other in programs and hang out, go out to eat, whatever we had time to do in between program times, right? Because we would be in the programs for 12 hours, so it's like we would try to maybe grab something to eat before the program starts, or we'll just sit and talk and hang out a little bit after the program is over at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, before we go to bed. But yeah, the ministry is intense. It's very intense. It takes up a whole lot of your time. But anyway, um, there was a time when this lady, she did something to one of the members in the ministry. She was staying with one of the members because she needed a place to crash for a little while she was looking for her a place. And she had a dog, and her dog, was a cute little dog. But the person that she was staying with liked dogs, but their house was not dog friendly. Their apartment wasn't dog friendly like that. So that person had a couple rules, like, hey, if you put your dog's food out, you know, if your dog don't eat it before you go to work, can you put it up? Because I just don't want the dog's food out all day smelling. Or, hey, can you not let your dog have food all on my couch or treats all on my couch? Because sometimes dogs will bury their treats and then come back for them. I'm glad Princess don't do that, but some dogs do that. Sometimes if I give her something, she will like push her nose on it like she's trying to bury it, but it ain't going nowhere. And then I end up picking it up like, you better eat this now or you're not getting it, and then she'll eat it. So the person just had a couple rules for her to follow so that the dog is not messing up the house or smelling up the house with the food or whatever the case may be. But she didn't want to abide by those rules because she's like, well, my dog can't tell me when she's hungry, so what do you want me to do? And I even told her, I said, dogs have a way of, you see how Princess sitting over there by her bowl, she's letting me know that she wants to eat. That's her way of talking, saying, Mama, I'm hungry, right? She's still laying over there, but she's patiently waiting, and I just finished her food. But yeah, so this is how it looks, by the way. She got peas, carrots, string beans, sweet potato, rice, and scrambled egg, and chicken. So yeah, so Man, I'm about to put a little bit of chicken broth in here to loosen it up for her a little bit. I want to put some what's that stuff called? I want to put some coconut oil in there. I think I got some. Coconut oil is good for their coat, for their skin, and for their fur. So I want to do that. But yeah, y'all, I don't feel like looking for it. It's in there somewhere. Should be alright if I don't find it in 5 seconds, because I'm not about to go digging for it, because we be up in this thing cabinet so much it could be anywhere. But I'll just add a little bit to her bowl when I find it as I feed her. But yeah, y'all, so the man eventually ended up telling her, because it was one of our younger members. He's a young man, she's older. She kind of looked at him like they had like a mother-son kind of relationship, so that's why the pastor was okay with them doing that. But yeah, eventually he told her that he needs her to please find a place to go in 30 days, because it was like she was not trying to abide by the rules that he had set forth. So instead of her, just being a good person and just saying, okay, well, yeah, maybe I need to find somewhere that's more dog friendly or pet friendly, she got upset with him and packed up her stuff that very night and left. And she hid his house key from him. And this whole time, she told me about it. She told me after she did it. She called me and told me, like, yeah, I ended up leaving and, I hid his key. And I told her, I'm like, girl, no. Why would you do that? This man letting you stay at his house for free. He didn't ask her for nothing. She works, she gets paid, but he didn't ask her for nothing. And you gonna hide his key? She didn't even tell him she was leaving. He just came home later on that night and couldn't get in his apartment and couldn't find his key. And she blocked him everywhere so that he couldn't get in touch with her. It was wicked what she did. It was really wrong. And I was trying to get her to just tell the man where his key is, but she said, I know I'm wrong, but right now I don't care. So that junk to me is evil. So when I couldn't talk her out of doing the right thing, I decided to disconnect myself. I'm like, no, I don't have friends like that. I don't have no friends that would do no wicked stuff like that. I'm straight. So I stopped talking to her. So somehow Apostle had a dream about something. I can't remember exactly how it went, but I gotta go through here and make sure her. Okay, she good. There's Princess's food. Yay. Yay. Okay, here you go, little dog. It's warm, but it's not hot. You should be fine. She ain't gonna want it right away, because I didn't put no topper on it like something that she would, like a snack that she would like to eat. She ain't trying to eat it right now. She's standing there looking at me. You better eat that food, girl. You know what you gonna do. So anyway, y'all. So the lady ended up, Apostle had a dream or whatever, and then she called the guy that it happened to, and then he told, trying to see what's going on, because I'm having a dream that something's not right. So the man said, well, Sheila did this, blah, blah, what I just told you she just did. And, so she called Sheila. And Sheila admitted to what she did. Then she told Sheila that she was kicked out. Sheila, you're kicked out. We don't tolerate stuff like that. You don't make the ministry look bad, right? So Sheila had did a video, I guess a couple days before. I didn't know about it because, like I said, I disconnected from the lady. I didn't have nothing else to do with her. And, I did a video myself about vengeance, taking vengeance into your own hands and allowing God to do it instead of you doing it yourself, in hopes that she would see it, And she did see it, and she messaged me like, I know that video was about me, and she was kind of upset about it. And I'm like, I'm glad you saw it, because you need to do the right thing here. And then so after that, that's when we disconnected. That's the last conversation I had with that lady. And then I guess after she got kicked out, Apostle was led to go to her page to see what she'd been putting on her page. And she did a video talking about, yeah, this person was supposed to be my friend, and they, did a video talking about me and blah, 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 and talking about what I did to somebody. So Apostle was live. She was live when she was watching this lady's video, because she had already went live to tell people what happened and how the lady got kicked out. So after watching Sheila's video, she was like, I want to know who this friend is that she was talking to. Now, I was still in my bed asleep, okay? I didn't know nothing was going on. I didn't even know she was live. So one of my friends was calling me and calling me and calling me, and I'm like, man, I'll call her when I get up. So eventually she just kept calling. So I'm like, okay, let me see what's going on. So I answered, and she was like, Apostle's live right now. She's looking for you. Because my friend knew about the situation, because I told her. I told her what Sheila did. And so she's like, yeah, Apostle's looking for you because she wants to know who the friend is. So I turned on the live so I could hear what was going on. And then I messaged Apostle, and I told her it was me. I was the friend that she was talking about. So she's like, oh, you guys will never guess who the friend was. It's Cyntina, right? So then she's messaging me back and forth, talking about, how can you say you love me and you love this ministry, but you seen that this woman did this wickedness and you didn't come to me and say anything. You didn't say nothing. So she was disappointed in me for not telling her that this woman did what she did to this young man. So that's what got me in trouble, and that's what got me kicked out. Now, me, I was naturally like, well, I didn't really feel like it was my place, which she didn't really give me any time to talk or anything. She had already passed her judgment once she found out it was me. But it was like, I didn't really feel like it was my place. I figured the man that it happened to, who knew what happened to him, I thought he was going to go and say something. I thought that was his place. But then I started thinking like, hey, if you know something, you should say something. Or, like in a crime. If you know about somebody doing a crime and you don't say nothing, then it's like you're an accessory to the crime or whatever the case may be. So I was trying to see it from her point of view, because I'm like, I know she's not just going to throw me out just for no reason. So I'm really trying. And I even did a video on my page, saying, I got kicked out of the ministry because I did this, and I should have said something when I found out that this man couldn't get into his house, or that his key was hidden. I didn't know where she hid it. I didn't know nothing. She just told me what she did. But she knew if she would have told me where she put it, I would have tried to figure out a way to get in touch with him, because I didn't have no contact with him either at the time. So, but I would have reached out to that young man. He's only in his 20s and she in his 50s. He's in his early 20s. And I'm like, you gonna do this to this man? It's in the middle of the night. He don't know anybody. He's not from here. He's from another city, another state. He moved here to Columbus just like the rest of us who live here. So he don't know anybody. He don't know his neighbors. He don't have any family there. He don't have anywhere he can go for the night. And it's like, you just hid this man's key. So you still sitting there wishing and hoping and praying for something, huh? Go ahead, keep hoping and praying. So yeah, that's what got me kicked out, because I knew what she did and I didn't say anything to Apostle. And I felt like it wasn't really worth me getting kicked out. All she had to do was say, Cyntina, next time if you know somebody's doing something, it doesn't matter if the person that it was done to is going to say something or not. If you know about it, you should speak up too. And I would have just took that as a lesson. Like, okay, well, thank you. I understand, and I'll do that next time. drama in their life. I know, right? And that thing, it was a lot. Yeah, I was a part of. Okay, I hope that you don't let this. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna let it discourage me because thankfully, like I said, I had a relationship with God before I met this ministry, and so my relationship with God was strong enough so that no matter what happened, I know who God is to me. You know, I know the God that lives inside of me. And regardless if somebody wants to call me evil, if somebody wants to say that I'm trying to destroy their ministry, and I know good and well I'm not. I would never do that. That's not my place. I don't even have that power. You know what I'm saying? To go and try to do anything. If I don't like something, then I'm just gonna leave. I mean, that's what I did in every church that I went to. If I didn't like it and I felt it was time to go, I bounced. I left, and that was that. Ain't nobody hear anything else from me. So for some reason, this is different. She feels like the devil manipulated me to try to take her members away from her ministry, destroy her ministry, and I don't know. And the reason why I can't see it is because I'm being manipulated by the devil. So, as much as I was telling her I would never do this, I don't understand how this is happening because I would never do this. It's like, oh, but you're being manipulated, so that's why you don't see it. So it's like, what can I say to that? I know I'm not being manipulated. I know exactly what mindset I'm in when I'm talking to these people. So, ain't nothing else I can say. All I could do is go my way. So yeah, it's not gonna discourage us one bit. It's tougher for my husband because he's kind of new to being saved and he's still trying to find his place. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, I feel like I have to kind of be strong for him because if I fold and if I crumble and I say, man, forget this church stuff, forget that, then he's going to go along with that and just go back to his old ways. And then I go back to my old ways and then neither one of us is saved anymore. So it's like I got to be strong because I don't want this to tamper with the faith that he's trying to understand. And, I don't want it to mess with, you know, his relationship with God that he's trying to fill out, you know, because I'm telling you, that thing it could have turned us completely away from God. And it's nothing for my husband. He would have just been like, shoot, oh well, I'm going back to Detroit. I'm just going to live my life. And, but I'm thankful that God is giving me the strength to endure. And everything happens for a reason. So it'll be revealed. It'll be revealed. And that's all I can say. This girl's still laying over there. I don't care. She can protest. More chicken, more chicken, more chicken. I don't know what she over there protesting in her mind, but she'll be all right. She'll be okay. If she's hungry, she'll eat it because there's nothing wrong with it. It really wasn't. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault, but at the same time, I was still trying to understand, like, well, maybe I should have said something because I did know the lady did it. I knew she did it. She told me she did it. So it's like, maybe I should have still went to the pastor and just said, hey, woman of God, I just want to tell you Sheila did this to this young man and it's not right. And I tried to talk her out of, I tried to talk her out of continuing and tried to tell her to give the man his key back, but she was determined to not do it. So I just wanted to come and tell you. So maybe you can talk to her or whatever. I could have handled it like that. So that was the mindset that I had when I was praying and trying to figure out why did I get kicked out. But I really don't feel like I should have gotten kicked out, you know. But I did learn that lesson. If you see something, say something, or if you hear something, say something, man. Sure did. I learned that. So that's the time that I got kicked out. I went through a couple more things, but I'm gonna explain that when I give my history of being a part of Queen Balimzi Ministries. Um, but yeah, y'all hear me talk about it all the time. When I be doing videos, I be like, yes, my woman of God said this, or we're on a fast, or, you know, I'm inviting people to join the fast. And like, I'm telling you, that ministry was everything to me. That was my home. That was my heart, you know? And it sucks that things have to be this way now, but it's okay. God is moving. God is doing something. He removed me from the ministry for a reason, and I'm just here to see what it is. It's a new season. It is definitely a new season. Uh-oh. It's a new season in my life. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys while I was making Princess's food. But I'm done now. I'm about to put this stuff in a container, put it in the fridge for her for the week. And she done turned herself towards the bowl, so maybe she's thinking about eating, but it don't matter. She gonna eat it. There's nothing wrong with it. I make it the same way every time. I don't put no seasoning in it, so it ain't like it's too spicy or too salty or too nothing. So it's nothing. But that's the thing. She wants the seasoned stuff. Like the way her food is now, if I took some chicken that I cooked last night and I had some left over, it's got seasoning on it because we eat our food with seasoning. So if I take a piece of chicken that I have and I break it up on top of her food, then she'll eat it. She just don't want to eat her food the way that it is. She like, shoot, I need some life in this thing. So sometimes if I have it, I will put like some chicken or, you know, some hamburger meat that I have left over from last night or a little bit of ham and just sprinkle it on the top and then she'll eat it like that. But I don't have that right now. I don't have that right now. So she got to eat her food the way it is. And if she don't want to eat it the way it is, then she just going to be hungry until she decides to eat her food. Ain't that right? But sometimes she can be stubborn, y'all. She won't eat it all day. And then I'm like, that's fine. I just put it up in the refrigerator. And then the next morning, when I take it out, then she's hungry and she'll eat it. It sucks that it have to be like that when you can just eat your food. Look at this child. Look at her. Mm-hmm. Doggy, you gonna eat your food? Eat your food. Everybody see you being stubborn. She don't care, y'all. She does not care. She's a chihuahua. You need some fresh water? Let me give her some fresh water. Maybe that's what she's looking for. Maybe she wants some fresh water. Some cold water, because I know your water ain't cold. Ooh. And I don't give Princess tap water. No, ma'am. She gets the good stuff. You want water? You need to learn how to talk. She wanted some water, y'all. I'm over here, I'm sorry, doggy. But she still ain't gonna eat that food. Because if she was, she would have started eating it. But she did want some water. You drank that water from this morning. Wow. But she like, no, I want some extra cold water. That's fine. I don't mind because I want cold water too. I ain't mad. But yes, y'all. That's what happened. This girl wanted some water. Mm, mm, mm. I'm sorry, doggy. I didn't know. Because she went for her walk this morning. She had some water, but she must have towed that water up. And now she needed some more water. So I'm sorry. I'm not trying to deprive you of your water intake, little dog. Dang, she's still drinking. She was thirsty, y'all. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel bad now. I was getting on her yesterday because she wouldn't drink no water. I said, if you don't drink no water by tomorrow, I'm going to have to put something in your water to get you to drink it. But I guess today she was ready for that water. Y'all don't call the doggy police on me. I didn't know. You gonna eat your food now? Why you coming over here? You gonna eat your food? I'm sorry it took me so long to realize you wanted some water. You forgive me? You forgive Mama? Say, I was thirsty, y'all. I was thirsty. Say, hey, Fam Bam. Say, hey. Say, my mama okay. I'm taking care of her. She good. Say, I ain't gonna never leave her and do her bowl. Ain't that right? Mm-hmm. You my best friend? That's my best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. Hey, that's my best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. You and Jesus, huh? And Daddy. And Micah. Yes. Wait. Wow, your butt was thirsty. Aww. She drank most of that water, y'all. But, she like what she like. Yeah. Yes. She like what she like. She is a little brat and she can't help herself. And I made her that way. I'm a part of the problem. Oh, you used to talk to your cat like that. Where's your cat? Is your cat still with us? Or did she go over the rainbow? Oh, I hope she's okay. Please don't tell me the kitty went over the rainbow. That would make me so sad. I be hating to hear when people say, they lost their fur babies. I just can't imagine. And I know Princess not gonna live forever, and I'm not gonna live forever. But I'm not ready. I don't want to go through that. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't want a pet, because I'm like, man, I don't want to go through that. I just don't. That sucks. That's No, 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 no. So, how has everybody's Sunday been so far? Like I said, I watched two Sunday services today. And another thing too, while y'all typing in y'all responses, um, I got my door open. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm I'm so sorry. Wow. How long ago did she leave us? I'm so sorry. Growing up, I had a cat and a dog, and in my foster home, and that lady was wicked. By the time my cat passed, I was like, I ain't got no reason to be here no more, because I'm not here on the earth, but in that house with that lady no more, because my cat, I love my cat now. Once my cat died, I'm like, man, forget this house. What you say? No, I ain't want to leave the earth when the cat died. Check talking about you want to leave the earth when the cat died. No, man. It was like I felt like I was staying for my cat.
On the earth?
In the house. Look at Trey. Say hi to the fam.
She want to leave the earth because of the cat.
No, I don't.
Hello.
I ain't want to leave the earth, but yeah, I was ready to leave that house. I'm like, I ain't got nothing else here. Shoot. Man, my brother can go. But yeah, I don't like that. I don't like when people lose their pets, because then I got to think about my little furry one over here laying on my... Ooh, look at this girl. Was you just laying on my pillow? On my couch pillow, ma'am? Princess is so cute. I love her. She better not go nowhere. You better not. You better stay with me to the end of time. When I go to heaven, you better go too. You hear, Mama? She know when I be talking to her. She know when I be talking to her. You hear me? You better stay here. Yes. You gonna stay with Mama? Y'all, this is my girl for life. Oh, thank you. She's cute. Trey make everybody laugh. Trey make me laugh too. He get on my nerves. Chef Cuz said, hey, Trey. Everybody saying, hey, Trey. He said hello. He getting himself something to drink. Trey, you want... Oh, I gotta wait till he come back in. See if he want to come on the live. I know he was busy doing something, but he might want to come in and chat a little bit. I know y'all love Trey. Oh, Lord. What happened? Okay. But yeah, y'all. So what was I saying? Oh, man. I started thinking about the poor little cat. Oh, I know what I was saying. So after the stuff happened with the ministry, I just started going to this other church that I liked, and I went there a few weeks. Then I went to this other church, and then I just started feeling like, you know what? I just need to just take time to spend with God in this time. Like, I don't want to go to nobody's church. I don't need to go to nobody's church. I just want to get everything back focused on me and God, you know. And I can watch church on you know, at home on YouTube or whatever, these pastors that I really like. But you know, and receive a good word, because I like the pastors. I like the ministries that I've, you know, went to check out over these past weeks. But I'm just like, I need to take some time and just stay, you know, to myself, to get back where I was with God before all this stuff happened. So that's kind of where I'm at now. Even though I like going to church, I love fellowshipping with others and, you know, meeting people and making connections. That's my main goal. That's what I really want to do. But I'm just like, let me just take some time. Let me just take some time away. Because, I don't know. Trey, you want to come here for a minute?
I want to eat my chips.
Oh, you eating? Okay, we'll talk to the people and eat your chips. Do a mukbang. A chip, chip mukbang. Trey talking about he want to eat some chips. You turn the air on? Well, let me close the door till you turn it off so we can feel some air. Y'all, we've been sitting here for a couple months without using our air. And Trey said the bill is still high. Like it didn't matter not having the air on. So it's like, dang, that sucks. We thought we was doing something. We thought we was doing something by turning the air off. Like, oh yeah, that bill gonna go down a couple $100. But he was like, it didn't do nothing. So if we're gonna be paying that much money regardless, we may as well use the air a little bit, right? It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy, 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 crazy. Y'all should hear how I talk to Princess sometimes. Boy, sometimes I be wishing I recorded the stuff that I say to her because it'd be so funny. I talk to Princess like a human child. When we be out walking and she be doing stuff that she have no business, I be like, now you know better. You ought to be ashamed of yourself because you're supposed to be a child of God. And you out here barking and yakking and hacking and yakking and making all this noise at these other dogs. And you know good and well you saved. And you out here acting like the world. Now, I be praying for her. When we go out for walks, I be praying. I pray before we go for a walk or while we walking. And I ask God to touch her mind, touch her heart, give her, the right spirit within her so that she can be an example. You supposed to be a dog of the light. You out here barking and acting evil. And I'm trying to talk to the people. Hello, good morning. And she ruff, 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 ruff. Yak, 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 yak. And pulling and trying to get to their dog and stuff. And I be feeling like punching her in the spirit. Because I'm trying to tell y'all, she be on some stuff. And I be like, man, I can't even minister to nobody. What if I want to tell somebody Jesus loves you and you over here yakking and yakking? Today we was walking and this man, he was him and his wife or lady, whatever they were, was coming out of the house. And he said, good morning. I said, good morning. How are you? And he said, good. And then I was getting ready to ask him, like, you going to church or, just, make a little small talk with the neighbor. And she barking, barking, barking. The man was like, up, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. And he ended up walking back. And I'm like, girl, you should have been trying to minister to the man. What is wrong with you? So yeah, I be rebuking stuff, rebuking spirits, rebuking, and coming up against stuff. Cause if she gonna be with me, she better practice holiness and practice Jesus. Good morning, good morning. I'm a cute little dog. Good morning. But nah, After her training, when it's time for her to go in the battlefield, she forget everything she learned. She go right back into jumping right back into sin. And I'd be like, you can't do that. Yes. She go right back to her sin. And I'm like, man, we supposed to carry the light of Jesus. We supposed to be the light of the world. And you just let the world tempt you and you just fall into temptation every single time. Every time, Jesus. Every time. And I'm like, how you going to be in ministry with me? Because ministry is our children, And she can't be around the children if she going to be yakking at them and barking at them and nipping at them. And she can't do that. So y'all pray for Princess deliverance because I've been trying to get her delivered for a long time. And she know it too. I've been working so hard for her deliverance. So that's how I talk to her. So we all need to take a reset. Yes. Yeah, I pray that God will lead me to a church because I'm not turning my back on church. I just, I don't want to be a church hopper. I don't want to just be going, you go to this church, go to that church, go to this church, go to that church. I don't want to do that either because that can cause you to, be taking in all kind of spirits too if you're not careful. Yeah. I'm a people's person. I like people. I love people. I love children. I love animals. I just love everybody. So it really hits me hard when somebody mistreats me or somebody, does me wrong because I'm like, man, I really love people. What is wrong with y'all? you know? So that's why you got to be careful how you treat people. Yes, yes. Thank God for a sense of humor. Thank God for him and for his spirit because things happen that's meant to break you. And you can't let it. You just can't. I'm trying to turn away from the window because it's a glare. But yeah, y'all, it's tough out here in these streets. Trying to be saved, trying to live right, trying to connect with the right people. It's tough. Trey, I'm about to come in there in the kitchen because you in there. Where you at then? Where in the basement? Y'all, he right in the kitchen. I don't know what he's saying. And the voice coming from the kitchen talking about I'm in the basement. I don't know what you talking about. Who talking then?
It's a recording.
It's a recording. Okay. But yep, God is good. God is good all the time. All the time. Are you eating my chips?
You ain't got no chips.
Yes, I do.
What kind?
You bought me some.
I know I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Where they at?
Up here.
No, I brought myself 2 bags.
No, you didn't. You wouldn't even do that to me.
Why would not? You wanted peanuts.
So I want chips too.
You didn't ask for no chips.
But them is my kind of chips.
Oh man, I spilled some dip on my shirt. Can you give me a paper towel?
No, because I ain't got no chips. Don't ask me, can I get him a paper towel? Nope. Can you get me some chips? You need it wet or?
If you ain't asked for no chips, why you think you got some chips?
Because I don't gotta ask, because you know me.
If you don't ask for them.
No. You don't normally do me like that. My husband, he'll get me stuff just because he know I like it.
I ain't get you no chips though, because you like it.
And now he gonna say, if you ain't asked for no chips, then you ain't gonna get none. Nah, he don't be doing that. He don't be treating me like that. He be like, oh, I know Cyntina probably want this. Like when he used to buy me candy and stuff, the candy that he know I like, he would buy me 2 big old things of Skittles, two things of 2 big Hershey. I mean not Hershey's. Snickers bars. He don't do that no more.
Cause I ain't got no stove here no more.
I know. That's true.
What dip is this?
Uh,
Is it Dean's?
it says, yeah, Dean's French onion. Ain't that the dip you usually use?
Yeah, but for some reason, it seems like it's more water. Like, oh, it shouldn't be that way right now.
Do it taste weird? It smells fine. We trying to figure out this dip situation.
I mean, yeah, it smells fine. It just seems more water, you know.
Well, yeah, I want to try to do more lives, y'all, because we trying to get our engagement up and trying to get our views up. So please share the stream if you will. And also, I appreciate everybody's comments and engagement. I love that. I like talking back to people, people talking to me. But we want to get our engagement up and we want to get our videos out to more people because we almost at our 1,000 subscribers, but it just keep going up and down, up and down. It might go up 2 days, two, 3, 4 people, and then it go down 2 people, then it go down another person, then it go back up another person. So we just trying to get over this hump to get to this 1,000, okay? I think we at 980. I think. And we trying to get to our...
Where my peanuts at?
I ate them. You got me some open peanuts.
I didn't get you no open peanuts. Somebody else got you some open
Well, you got yourself some.
That's why they my peanuts.
No. Oh, we at 979 now. Wow, what happened? We at 979, y'all see? We was just at like 984, 985. A couple days ago, we was at like 985 after we got off our live. And then now it's down to 979. I don't know. This content creation stuff is tough, y'all. We're just trying to figure it out. We trying. We gonna get it. Oh, that car backing up. But all right. I'm so grateful to y'all for watching. Thank you so much. So much. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I've been on for an hour and 25 minutes. That's pretty good, huh? I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna try to go live. We're gonna try to go live again. I'm gonna get Tremaine to go live with me next time. But please make sure you check out that video yesterday if you want to know the whole story about everything that happened on that live. And then, make sure you comment and like it for me, please. And thank you. And if you have anything to say, I look forward to seeing your comments as well. So I love you guys, my fam bam. Thank you so much to everybody who was on this live with me. I love you. And I guess I will see you on the next video. I guess I'm about to go ahead and chill and eat my chips that I know my husband got me while he playing. Yes, I do. I got some chips. Watch. I'm going to post a picture of me eating them chips that he got me yesterday. All right. I love you guys. And I will be back with some more content. Okay. Have a wonderful Sunday. Wonderful rest of your day and night. And I'll see you hopefully soon. Maybe tomorrow or the next day. I don't know. But y'all just look out for us. Okay. Love you. Bye.